Have you ever been in a situation where you had to join forces with someone else for the betterment of yourself and to get yourself further along? Or are you a force all by yourself? Let's get into Charm City, Episode 3, Alliance. Hi, my name is Tammy and welcome back to my channel and welcome back to Tammy Vision. Now let's discuss Episode 3. So Episode 3 opens with the ladies once again getting ready for work. We see Charm with the headphones in her ear. We see a more playful side. With Avery, we see a more focused, getting down to business side. And with the Blasi, we see her living in, or she's at one of the houses that she has access to, a penthouse this time, where she is getting what she feels some much needed revenge on her father. But the episode really opens up with Raven. So back at Emboldened magazine, we see Raven at the desk answering phone calls. So Raven is an assistant. She's also the front desk personnel. She works on the creative side, but mainly her job is to sit at the desk and answer questions. She's a problem solver. Anything that needs fixing, she has to find a solution. Any area that needs filling in is pretty much on Raven to do so. And we kind of get a gist that Raven does more than what she's supposed to be doing. And we can see the annoyance on her face and hear the agitation in her voice. So moving right along to the project manager scene. So as you know, the girls are here for an internship, and they were brought in for this internship to work on this digital billboard project, which is going to show in downtown Atlanta and also Times Square, New York. But they have smaller projects that they have to complete leading up to this big and final project. So their first official project is a marketing event to essentially market the event. So as you see right out of the gate, Avery appoints Charm as project manager. And the thing with the project manager is, now of course at a prestigious company like this, you do want to stand out, you do want to be a leader. But the tricky thing with being a project manager, especially on the first project, that if everything goes well, then you get all the credit, you look good. But if things go bad, then you also get all of that credit. And who wants to be responsible for that? You have to be very careful when you are trying to be the first at something. Sometimes it's good to just throw yourself out there, but sometimes it's kind of good to see someone else do a trial run before you throw yourself all in. So as we see, Avery immediately threw the task of project manager to Charm, and Charm was not necessarily raising her hand to be project manager. She was just kind of thrown in the middle. But on the flip side of all of that, we have Blasi stepping up to the plate, stating why she can fulfill the task of being project manager and why she is fully qualified, which I thought was refreshing, because here we have this privileged girl who has had everything given to her, has had everything done for her, but we see her stepping up and showing where she feels confident. She feels confident in networking. She feels confident in reaching out to high-profile people because that is her world. That is where she comes from. She is showing where she can be an asset. And I also think Blasi would be good for the role because Blasi has a thing in which I call presentation. She knows how to present herself very well. And also this scene was written to show the dynamics of three very different personalities. We have Avery sitting across from Blasi. Avery is self-made. She is not entitled. She's had to work very hard to get to where she's at and to get the things that she has. And then we have a more so entitled Blasi, who is very privileged, who is daddy's little girl, who comes from a plethora of wealth. And then on the other hand, we have Charm, who is brilliant, who has a brain, who has talent and gifts, but is afraid to use them or shies away from using them. So do you think that Avery was being strategic by appointing Charm as project manager? Do you think Blasi was being strategic by appointing herself as project manager? Or do you think Charm was being strategic by being very calm and staying out of the way and allowing someone else to appoint her as project manager? What do you think? So moving along to the next scene, Charm stumbles upon Raven, who is hiding in the props closet. And I think we can all relate to having a job to where we've had to find a secret hiding place to kind of get away from everyone and everything, a place where we just go and get to ourselves as need be. So for Raven, that is the props closet. So in this scene, Raven elaborates on her frustrations about being at this company for 3 years. She speaks about being overworked and underpaid, and she speaks about wanting to be more on the creative side. I think there's nothing more frustrating and heartbreaking than being in the job world, being at your dream company, going in as entry level, but it's 3 years down the line and you're still at the entry level position. You feel pigeonholed, you feel like there's a glass ceiling. And to make it even worse, to add insult to injury, you have to sit here and watch 3 fresh faces, 3 new interns come in and compete for a job that you should have had by now. So I think that really does bother Raven. And also in this scene, Raven gives Charm details about how much the job really pays, and she also gives her information about how the company was founded or how it was rumored to be founded. And at the end of the scene, we see a friendship kind of growing between Charm and Raven. Charm kind of feels like an outcast with the other girls, and as you see, they don't really get along. And Raven feels unheard and she needs someone to vent to. So her and Charm are kind of the perfect pairing. And I also think that Raven feels that she can trust Charm, and Charm feels that she can trust her. So in the ending scene, we see Avery present Charm with an offer, which goes back to the name and theme of the episode, Alliance, which means a union or association formed for mutual benefit. So Avery feels that her and Charm could be very beneficial in working with each other. But Charm, not so sure. I get a sense that Charm does not trust anybody. And with Charm and the relationship that she had with her father, he was very wise and he put her up on a lot of game. And he was one of her best teachers. And in the beginning of the episode, we hear her speak about him telling her that if you can't beat him, join him. But at the end of the episode, we hear that statement in its entirety, in which he stated, if you can't beat him, join him, but you can beat him. Meaning that he believes in Charm and that he was trying to instill that confidence in Charm to believe in herself. And I think it's very interesting and beautiful that although Charm's father is no longer here physically, he is still teaching her and she is still learning from him. So the question of today is, with today's climate, especially dealing with inflation, would you join forces with someone else to take someone else down to secure a job? And at work, where do you go to get away from everyone else? Where is your secret hiding place? Please leave your thoughts and comments below in the comments section. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you all in episode 4.